in our own communities. Because when you have somebody like 6ix9ine has that much influence in our younger generation, with the mind state that he has right now and how he was taught to think that that's what that is, and we just will let that slide and nobody corrects him, and you saying,
but you not,
snitch, hold on, let me finish. And you saying because he snitched, he doesn't have the right to that information that he has to have? It's crazy to me.
But Con, you're not giving them, you just empowering. You ain't giving them information. A lot of OG niggas that you pull them to the have conversation.
6ix9ine is already empowered. This motherfucker has over 200 million fans. You don't empower somebody like that. He already has the power. All I'm trying to manage that power to make sure it goes in the right direction, my nigga.
What you're saying that this is sad. Haven't you sound like these little young internet niggas now that make you believe that because you got 200 niggas, 1,000 niggas, million niggas on Instagram that you somebody. You confuse real life with, you confusing real life with internet, huh?
You know, information is more power. So I got to make sure he's filled with the right information when he has all that. You can't have that many people and feeding the wrong information.
Going bad.
I gotta make sure information. It's empowered. No, it's more important. That shit's more important than what I'm building, because what I'm building is for tomorrow's generation. And I can't build what I'm building for tomorrow's generation to have the same mentality as Tekashi as what he has today.
It's like this, right? You committed yourself, and you gave. First of all, you disrespected Styles P.
Whoa. First of all, hold up.
You violated Styles P. You took a song that he made a classic and put a rat on it, knowing how anti-rat is. You violated Styles P. No, I'm just being honest with you. You want to get on. I want to have a real conversation. You violated Styles P. Completely. No.
Okay, so first of all, Locked Up is a classic. Can't nobody record up. Period. That record made for those that that's like me, that's like you, that's for them. That can never be tainted or ever be disrespected, because that's what we do. That's our life. That's what we experience and shared with the world, what we had to go through at that moment in time. Nobody can take that away from us. This generation is totally different. Clearly, he was, hold on, let me finish. Clearly, he was locked up. The reasons he went in and came out, yeah, we might disagree, but he still has the right to tell his story. But until you hear his verse and hear what he's dealing with, that's real shit. From his point of view, he has a right to tell that point of view. Now, anybody could have jumped on Locked Up. I agree with you. There's a lot of other niggas that's been locked up that could have got on that record. But my nigga, that record it's been 16 years since I put that first record out. Ain't nobody thought to remix that shit until Tekashi decided to do it. What happened to all them other 16 years when that record was open for motherfucker to get on?
Because you don't just remix classics. Niggas ain't going. You ain't gonna go call Stevie Wonder and just say, tell Tekashi 6ix9ine. He gonna look and say, that nigga ain't get on no song of mine. You think you crazy? You listen what I'm trying to tell you. You did a disjustice. You doing justice to your legacy as an artist and as a man. You doing a disjustice to your legacy right now. It's a disjustice.
No, I'm not, bro.
Legacy, beloved. And you do too much good shit. You out here in Africa, you doing too much good shit to taint your legacy with this bullshit, Con.
First of all, you can't compare my social responsibilities to 6ix9ine. He's one of those social responsibilities that I'm dealing with right now. Because guess what?
You're just trying to get a bag off the nigga now. That's what it sounds like. That's what it is. It don't sound like a social response. You talking about he got 200 million fans and
listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
This song and he got this. It sounds like you just trying to get a bag. It don't sound like if you had responsibility, you would be having conversations with that nigga, making him do shit that was gonna move in a different direction. He ain't do nothing different.
Man, everything happens at God's time. It ain't gonna happen when everybody want it to happen. Everybody ain't
really do something. It would have had to happen after. It would have had to happen before you gave him that song.
Because everybody's different. The boy went through a lot, my nigga. He's being attacked by world of social media from the hip hop culture. That ain't something you get over overnight. Most of his time is spent defending himself from trolls, and you know that.
He's a troll. You talk, how you gonna? The man is a troll. How you gonna defend himself from himself? He created these trolls, man. He the nigga that started trolling. He created this whole culture of trolls.
No, listen.
He started this.
But listen, we're living in the age of social media. This is the world we live in right now, right? We can't just grab a microphone from a podium and speak into a direct line. What we're doing right now, clearly, by the end of this week, it's going to be over 1 million views. So what we say is super, super important. And people have to understand that these views are parallel, even though everybody may disagree. On both sides, there's situations that people have to be able to take from a standpoint of understanding life and what it is to be a real man. The problem is everybody's living by all these rules that's supposed to make you seem cooler, be stronger, seem not to be a punk or no bitch ass nigga. But they make hard decisions that make everybody look at you differently, even though you know it's the right decision to make. And at the end of the day, you make decisions that's going to always keep you close and feed your family. At the end of the day,
this is what I want to say, right? When niggas say feed your family, what about the nigga's family that you just gave 50 years to?
Bro, he tried to kidnap him. What difference does it make to him?
Question. What about, so listen to me. You put a hit out on Chief Keef, right? You could have took Chief Keef's life. You got niggas shot. I'm asking you a question. What about the nigga's family who you gave 40 or 50 years to? What about their family? Do they got a family? What about his kids?
Of course, they all got family. But guess what? They just,
so what does that mean? He didn't tell on you his family. These niggas stood up and took their time like men. They thought about their family and you thought about yours. So you not willing because you weak. Listen to me. And then the simple is because the nigga is too weak to deal with the consequences of his acts. It's not like when you say, yo, no, listen, no, listen, no. Listen.
You act like them you act like Tekashi told them niggas to go do it, jump off a bridge, and you gonna jump off a bridge like a fucking idiot. Them niggas knew the consequences of their actions when they did it. They knew that. They knew that if I shoot at this nigga or I kill this man, I'm gonna leave my family forever and I won't be able to take care of him. They knew that.
And listen to me, and they did that. Listen to what I'm saying. And they did that, Con, right? What I'm trying to say is they was willing to take the axe for theirs. Nigga, you went into a fucking courtroom and they said, we saw you do this on camera. We got your voice doing this. We could give you this time for what you did. They didn't say we're going to give you this time because you're affiliated with that nigga and we think you did a crime that he did. No, he didn't do nothing for nobody else. He was too weak to deal with the consequences of his own acts as a man. And because he wasn't willing to deal with those consequences as a man, he told on other niggas so they could deal with those consequences. That man is a fucking clown. And you are a grown man and you have too much of a platform and you have too much of a voice, you have too much respect to enable shit like this.
And what I'm trying to tell you is you can't give an entertainer responsibility of a street nigga when that's not where he's cut from. You just can't do that. No, you can't.
It's not.
He's cut from
you can't. So look, when you call a hit on a nigga, right? The nigga that he said, yo, go shoot.
Bullshit talk.
That's bullshit talk. They was gonna do it.
That's internet bullshit talk. Who's gonna be dumb enough to follow through on that shit?
But and if niggas, they did it though.
You dumbass nigga for doing it. Man, how you gonna let a fucking 19-year-old rapper tell you to go kill somebody and you go do it? What kind of idiot can you be to do that shit?
Pay your bills. That's the nigga that's got you in the Bahamas. That's the nigga that got you everywhere. So
okay, guess what? Your bill being paid while you're with him on salary every fucking week.
Okay.
Now you gotta kill somebody for own money?
Yeah, because that's the nigga. He told you to get the money. He said, I got 30,000 on nigga head. This is go kill that nigga. I got 30.
So he went on and said, I got 30,000 on nigga head, and just out of clear blue, the people around him decided they gonna go do it. They ain't just let somebody out there. They felt that was to them.
Con.
I'm just saying. What dumb you know?
Listen, you know what?
And say, I got
listen to me.
It's been broadcasted on the internet.
Okay, what I'm trying to say, I'm gonna do this, right? Because we've been doing it for an hour and a half. We're not gonna change our positions. It's sad that you're not gonna change your position. It's very sad because
No, no,
I know.
that's actually good. What this did, it allowed both sides to have a conversation. I'm not saying that you for what I say or I'm for what you say, but it's always going to be mixed opinions. No one's ever going to all agree on it. But it's important for us to have conversations on all the hard topics.
Certain shit is universal. Being a coward, having integrity, having moral compass, it's certain shit that's universal for me. It's a stop somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
This generation ain't built like you, my son. You can't accept them too.
Because my son is on here at 22 years old, and he built like me because I raised him like me. My nephews and my brother.
There, you was there to raise him. These niggas ain't have
No, I wasn't there to raise him. First 8 years of my life, I was in jail. So they lived off the way that I carried myself. It wasn't that I carried myself as a man. I said, this is what men do. So when you having a conversation with this young boy and you getting on here and he see you arguing, giving reasons why he told on a nigga, you are making him that you agree with the behavior and you doing him a disservice, Con.
About him telling was the result of actions that wasn't taken. What my conversation is, everybody's ignoring what led up to him telling in the first place.
Nobody's ignoring. No.
Because that's the key right now. The key is is all the things that happened that led him up to the point where he even had to tell in the first place. And if he was being guided right, he would have never gotten to that position where he even had to be in front of a judge. That's what I'm saying.
Con, this is bad. I'm just trying to tell you, this
Guess what? Guess what? And guess what? All my niggas can vouch to it. I would never put them in a position where they got to go and tell on me, bro. Ever.
But Con, you don't. What do you mean? But you the nigga that's in control, though, Con. I'm in control. I'm trying to tell you. You the Tekashi of this situation. So you the one that put them in jeopardy.
No, you can't control another man's action. But you can't control what you say to that man. Now, whether or not he decides to take your advice or live under the order of how you give it, advice to him, that's you just, pray that God give him the ear and understanding to take that advice right. But you can't control another man's actions, bro. You're going to go crazy trying because it's impossible.
So what I'm going to say is this, right? As a man, for me, Tekashi is a no-go for me because we just have different moral compasses. And even after he returned to society, he has the same energy, same mentality, everything. So what I want to say is this, right? I'm glad we had this dialogue. It's sad. It's kind of sad, right? Because you had an opportunity, right? And you still have. No. Let me say. But you didn't even hear. You not listen what you didn't hear what I said. You stopped me mid-sentence. Let me tell you. Let me say it, then you can finish. I'm just gonna say the last words.
You thinking that it's sad that I took this position, that means you ain't hear nothing I said.
Okay, so no, that it doesn't. It means that it could, or it means that I heard everything you said and I still think it's sad. So let me finish what I'm saying. So I'm sad that you took the position as where you had the opportunity and you still have the opportunity to actually give this man some level of understanding of how life works, right? And you do not reward somebody for doing bad acts, right? So when a man came to you and wanted to do a locked up song of something that represented so much to people, something that is a classic song, and he came out, he just told on a bunch of niggas, and even if you want to help him, what you should have did is said, look, let's have a conversation. For me to give you this song, we got to sit down. I got to see you move in a different way. I got to see you change things about your attitude because you can't represent this song moving in the manner in which you move. You had the opportunity to do it, but you left that opportunity because he was able to buy a song from you and just put it on his album. You no longer have the opportunity because you don't have the opportunity at this point.
I can agree with your point. First of all, I didn't charge him anything. It was free. Why? This is bigger than a song to me. That's number one. Number two, my job in life is to create platforms for people to speak freely. Give them the opportunity that we never had as a people. I can't, because I disagree with his methods and thoughts, tell him he don't have the right to be on that song. Anybody can call me about that song and I will give him the clearance. I don't care who you are, what you've done. This is the time for you to give, it's your shot. This ain't my chance to prove myself. This is his chance to prove himself to the world. All I gave him was the platform to do so. Now, you may say, okay, you know what? I don't agree with how he's trying to convince me that he's changed. Guess what? That's something he's going to have to figure out a way to convince you. My job ain't to make you convince. I'm not here to make you Tekashi. I'm not here to justify his actions or why he's doing what he's doing. I'm just
that's why because you've been trying to justify it. Con, the only reason we here is because you've been trying to justify it. I wouldn't even have issue with you.
Not justification. What I'm saying is everybody's speaking on one part of the matter when this is a bigger picture. This is bigger than just snitching. This is beyond that shit.
What is it?
Nigga, listen, at the end of the day, how is it we keep allowing ourselves to be in the same situation? And ain't nobody stepping up to prevent us from getting in front of the judge in the first place?
But how are you doing that now, though, Con? What are you doing that stuff? What is he doing?
Nigga, all I can do is try to influence him to become.
How, Con? You listen to me. You walk LA with him. Listen to me. You walking down LA blocks with him when niggas in LA don't fuck with him at all. He know they don't fuck with him. So you empowering them, Con. You're not. A nigga might not want to hurt you. A nigga might feel like, oh, he was Con, so you know I'm not gonna say nothing because I respect Con. You empower.
See off camera though. Let me explain to you the part that you didn't see off camera. One of them is that he had to see that. This is reality. And my conversation to him is every action you make is what creates this reaction. He need to physically see that instead of just seeing it on his social media feed. He need to experience that in real life. That's one of the reasons why. And number two, the part that y'all missed that y'all didn't see on camera is me on the corner talking about 50 street niggas having a real conversation the way me and you had a real conversation.
Yeah, but you didn't change their mind.
No,
they
I
don't.
Their mind.
So,
I only give you the information. How you see information.
Niggas know you can't. There's no conversation that you're gonna have with a street nigga about this and make them feel like Tekashi did right. It's never gonna happen.
Because I'm not here to make them feel that. I'm not here to make them feel.
What is the conversation? What are you having the conversation about?
I'm not here as a Tekashi advocate. I'm not trying to make them feel that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's no way that this cycle continues and we constantly allow the niggas that we know got a chance in life to become something eventually from day one, and we ride them all the way through this path right here. The same way them niggas could have protected him, they controlled him now. They could have easily said, yo, bro, cut that shit out, my nigga. All that shit with this and that, bruh, you continue that, you got a problem with me now. He would have listened to that. But they was egging him on to continue it because they love that shit. Trust me, I know them.
But Con, you saying that, but Con, listen, what I'm trying to say is this. I hear what you're saying, right? But I knew of these guys, all of these dudes before, and they were street niggas, but they wasn't, they was active. Most of them was active niggas that was in the street, but they allowed the shit that he doing, he's still doing it now without them.
But listen, but he
the nigga like that. That was him. He'd been a clout chaser. That's how he built his whole life. Clout chasing and trolling. That's who he was.
Exactly. That's his image. And guess what? When he was doing it back then and it was working, he had niggas protecting him and allowing him to keep doing it. So now in his mind, oh, this shit actually really works. That's his system now. So guess what? Even when these niggas ain't out there, he's already been groomed to flow like that because that's how he was taught to bring the game up for him. So,
yo, Con, you got every reason.
Listen,
justify on bullshit this man do. You don't hear yourself.
Doing right now, everything that you give me a question to, I'm giving you the optic of it. And most people have a scenario or a logic in their mind, but they never exercise the opposite side of that logic. And that's the reason why we always lack information and we never get to the finish line. Because the tough side of that conversation, nobody never wants to have. So if you give me a logic, it's my job to challenge you. And guess what? I might be right or I might be wrong. But at the end of the day, we have a conversation to talk about.
There was no way, right, that you was gonna get on this live and convince anybody that it made sense. 6ix9ine.
I'm not here to convince nobody.
There was no way he was gonna give.
The reason why I'm here is because every time I go on social media, everybody talk about only that one thing. And it's such a bigger picture. And my thing is to throw shit out there so people understand that it's bigger than just snitching.
But it's not though.
Bro.
It's actually the man told. It's not. It's nothing bigger than that. He's told. It's nothing bigger.
This is way bigger than snitching.
No, it's not. It's actually that.
If it wasn't bigger than snitching, you wouldn't have been so emotional about it. Because you've been around snitching. You understand what that is. You know what that means to you.
I'm emotional about it because listen to me. This is the first time, right, to where a snitch has been given a platform, right, and he's attached himself to people that we actually thought were honorable, right? That we perceived. This is the first time in history. This is the first time in history that a snitch has come home 2 minutes after telling on niggas, getting them 40 and 30 and 20 years, and did songs and attached himself to people that we respected as honorable. That's never happened before, ever.
So now this is where it gets sticky again, because I gotta challenge you again.
Okay.
So if a man trying to kill you and kidnap you, that's supposed to be holding. You call that?
Is that trying to you see what happened? You're trying to justify it again, Carl. You're about to give me a reason why it happened.
No, listen, bro. We don't agree. Don't make a justification. I'm just giving you.
Give me a justification. Giving me reasoning. You know what justification is, Con? Justification.
But you do notice that every question I ever asked you didn't answer.
But I did answer it. I already told you.
Okay. So what is your answer?
I'm not telling. My answer is plain and simple. I'm not telling.
That was not the question. The question wasn't what would you do? The question, if you got niggas that's supposed to hold you down that tried to kill you or kidnap you, is that honorable? That's yes or no. Is that honorable?
What do you mean? It's in the streets. It's not about the honorable. Listen to me. In the streets,
hold you down, tried to kill you and kidnap you. Is that honorable?
Do you know? Okay, so can I give you ask you
questions?
Can I tell you, because you trying to simplify something, right?
No, because you said it was simple. I told you that it was a bigger picture.
No, so can I say something? Can I say something?
I broke it down simply for you.
No, you didn't, because listen, if I just go and say, yo, a nigga tried to do this to that, what you do? You not saying, okay, what? So let me explain. Okay. Let me tell you. Let me listen.
Picture. Let's take Tekashi out the picture. If you got niggas right now that you paying to hold you down, but they trying to kill you and kidnap you, do you call that honorable?
It depends on the situation. Yeah, because you don't want to listen. It's not about because listen.
Okay, let me change the question.
Let me know, because you're trying to box me into simple. It's not as simple as that.
No,
you trying into a simple thing.
My job is to challenge you with the way and mentality of how we are.
Listening, can I ask you a question? If I'm paying niggas, right, to hold me down, right, and I'm causing beef with niggas all over the world. No, listen, just listen. I want you to get it. I want you to get it real clear. Just let me. Con, you're not listening. No, because you keep.
You made your point super clear. Believe me. No. What I was asking you.
Because I want. No, you asking me. Listen, just listen to what I'm saying.
Just think about how to deal with scenarios. That's what I'm trying to accomplish.
You're not giving a scenario. You giving me one situation. You're not.
Look, what I'm trying to accomplish, right? What I'm trying to accomplish here is for us to open our minds and think different than how we think today. No, I just want to be very clear.
Real quick,
because this is an exercise that we have to do. Now, at the end of the day, we feel the way we felt. Things happen. If some people agree, some people don't agree. Everybody would have dealt with it differently. We all agree to that. The point why we always mixed up is because we never use real logic on what we will really do, because we're afraid what other people are going to think about us. Right now, if you was to answer that question, yes or no, you are afraid that street niggas are going to think that you might be tripping.
Oh, listen to me. You listen to me. I never lived my life by what no nigga thought of me, Con.
You might
work what I think of
and twist what I'm trying to really say. At the end of the day, the problem with people is we think too much about what other people think we might say, when we all know on this call that the logic answer to that is if a motherfucker that you're paying is supposed to protect you, they tried to kill you and kidnap you, we all know that is not honorable.
Okay, can I ask you?
common sense, but you won't say it though.
Yo, I just want to say quick, right? In those contexts, what you're saying is not honorable, right? If I'm doing right by my right,
Right.
and they work for me, and I'm doing right by them, and they try to kidnap me and kill me, it's not honorable. But if I got my people around me, I'm putting up. So listen. So let me let me talk. I heard what you said. I answered your question, right? But no, listen. I want you to get this. No, listen to me. Listen to me. So this is real simple. If I got my people around me, right, and they supposed to protect me, and I got them in a bunch of beef with every nigga around the world, then niggas start telling me, yo, you got to separate yourself from them in order for me to come to music. You can't go with these niggas nowhere. The label's saying, I don't want these niggas around. You got to stay away from them to do this. Now, you separating yourself from me. After you got me with beef with a million niggas in the world, you had me about to do hits. The fans is looking at all of us, and now you want to separate from me. Right? So what happens is now you become a liability to my life.
No,
now,
because
you know too much information. You could tell on me, right? And you put me on Doja missions. You separate yourself from me. We can't get no money no more because now you done separated yourself from half of us. If you listen to the calls, them niggas like, yo, this nigga on some bullshit. Listen to the calls. Did you hear the call? He on some bullshit. Niggas talking about we can't be around. The label saying we don't want none of them niggas around no more. But these are the same niggas that you had in the streets shooting and ready to kill niggas that was taking penitentiary chances for them. But now you separate yourself from me. Now you become a liability. So in the streets, when you separate yourself from me and I know you know information, we're not getting no money with you, then what happens is you did bad. So everybody is doing bad now. Everybody doing bad.
If the label obviously see that right there is a threat, and they see that that's a liability, and they say, listen, man, your homies around, you're causing a lot of traffic around us, and it's not good. We need you to separate yourself because it's not good for business. His homies off top that's supposed to be protecting them should have said, damn, shit is too hot. Yo, we got to step back. That shit fucking up everybody's money. That's all that should have happened.
No, but that's not. The niggas start going on. The
niggas, they not realizing that also feeds them. So if y'all niggas is creating an uncomfortable environment for the business.
No, but he created the environment. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
As a man, you would say, you know what? Let's guys, we're creating more problems than we're supposed to. Let's all step back for a minute.
The problem is he created the problems. That's what niggas is confused. Right. Like you allow we ain't beefing with niggas.
But listen, I'm not doubting that part. 6ix9ine is mad reckless. I know he's like my little brother. I know that nigga reckless. That nigga loud with his mouth. He reckless. It make you want to goddamn knock him out. That's cool. We all know niggas like that. But that still don't give him that much power to say something like go kill a nigga for 30 grand and somebody go fucking do it. He ain't God.
They did though, Con. They was willing to do it because he had that much power to them.
But like who? And the fact that we know that him saying that triggered someone that might even go do it is more of a reason. Hold on, is more of a reason. And
30 don't go get.
You just proved my point with the influence that he has on people. You just proved my influence that he has on people. And when you
got influence over people that don't got nothing. If a nigga say 30,000 in the hood right now, they going to shoot you. If I say 30,000 niggas is coming to your house and they knocking on the door, Con, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but the odds of it happening is when you got over 200 million fans, my nigga. Somebody in the hood may only have like 10 people on their Instagram. This nigga got over 200 million. So what I'm saying is the odds are greater. So guess what? That's more of a reason why I need to be closer to him to give him the information he needs. So we don't get caught up in that shit.
Is this, Con? You did bad. God bless you.
Listen, put it this way. We go back to moral compass again. T or Danny, we all call him Danny. He's family at this point, right? So like I told you, I know that what I'm doing is God's will. He has to get this information. It's impossible that he don't get this information. It's super imperative that I need to see that he get this information. I'm willing to risk what I got to risk to make sure he gets that information because I know the impacts of it if he doesn't.
That's God bless you. Listen to me. He'll be finished in about 6 months. and
But
he won't have to
he
do it.
came out, he
If
said that before he came out and broke records. What I'm saying is only God decides that, bro. We're not here to judge. We're not here to judge people at all.
we've seen a million 6ix9ines come and go. You've been
Right.
in this. So when understanding that and putting all of this into it, the man is not super talented. He don't got an excellent voice that nobody could sing like. He don't rap better than everybody. You know, it's a time for him. He has a time, a period in hip hop that's very gonna close immediately. You know that. You know what this shit is. He not no super talented nigga that you like, yo, this man is so talented, I gotta protect him. It's half the shit he talk about, nobody gives a fuck. You don't even know why he hot.
Well, that's his whole generation, my son. You know that shit.
Nah, you got niggas like Lil Baby, you got niggas like Baby, you got niggas like Rowdy Rich, you got niggas that actually have talent, like A Boogie. It's young niggas that got talent that you can see be here for 10, 15 years. You know this shit is built off a troll, some shit that happened on the internet. And you playing, it's sad, Con. I gotta go. I appreciate it, right?
Right. So let me just in closing, I don't disagree. You're 100% correct. The only difference between 6ix9ine and everybody that you named is that 6ix9ine influences more kids than they do.
That's not true.
Bro, says it all.
I don't see nobody. Who you see wearing rainbow hair? Show me the niggas with rainbow hair.
Let's not argue about that. Because
rainbow hair? Where they at?
Bro, let's not argue about that. If he didn't know, me and you wouldn't be talking right now. He influenced where you like it's emotional. So what I'm saying is this, right?
Niggas with the rainbow hair at. Where's the niggas with hair?
No, listen, it's okay. What I'm saying is God chooses those who he runs information through. And he chooses who he gonna make hot, who he gonna make not. The world may not understand why 6 is getting this wave right now, but God understands that. And I know the reason why I'm standing next to him and backing it, because I know it's way bigger than you see it to be. Because you're not thinking global. You're not even thinking generations ahead.
That man, I can't see him be here for months. Like, but generation. Like, who?
That's you, though.
You listen. You know what? You're an artist, right? And you know what makes you generations ahead. You say shit that touches somebody.
Right.
6 never said a word that anybody remembers. I don't know no nigga that I could go to and say, yo, tell me a bar that 6ix9ine said. Tell me a song, a name of a song.
But one thing they did remember was all the words he said against his co-defendants, though. They remember them shit.
So you would a nigga that's famous for snitching. I gotta go, Con. I told you. I'm Con. That's it. This is it. I'm done. Listen to me, Con. I gotta talk to you later, Con. I don't want to hang up on you, but I appreciate you. I got shit to do. Breonna Taylor's. I gotta make sure her killers get arrested, man. Go.
Bro, hit me up and let me know what's going on with that.
Yes, sir, man. We need you to. What you doing this weekend, man? Come out here this weekend and tell these people to arrest them, man. I'm gonna hit you later, man. God bless you, man. Work out.
I appreciate the back and forth. I think it was very healthy. It was necessary.
I work out for you, brother. I hope what you're doing. I hope this experiment that you're doing with the rat. I hope it works out, man. But God bless you.
Oh, inshallah, I will. My man.